Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl G and we are back with another video. Today we're checking out some wedding dramas that would literally drive you insane.
My sister's fiance accidentally said my name during his vows to my sister at their wedding.
I knew we were going to start strong, but like, leave that wedding now.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
No, I'm trying to like, today I'm just giving good advice. You know what, lady? It's an innocent mistake.
And it's obviously one of the most horrible things that's ever happened in my family, but the video that a guest took is going viral again, and then a larger creator reposted it, so I am just going to come on here and address it. First off, almost all the comments are accusing me of infidelity with my sister's fiance, which I would never do. We are close friends, but nothing has ever transpired between us, and I truly just think it was a case of accidentally looking at someone and saying their name.
No, you don't do that. No. Actually, no. No, not on the wedding day. Like, there's mistakes that you make, but not on your wedding day. Like, you don't love this person enough for their name to be the first thing on your mind. You're looking at them, you're reading your vows, and you're like, you know what, Kaylee? Or you're calling another person. Nah.
I was standing right behind my sister because I was the maid of honor, and I think that he just glanced at me in the exact wrong moment and accidentally said my name. It was truly not more malicious than that. The wedding ceremony did not continue. I think my sister was just feeling a little bit...
As it shouldn't, obviously. Obviously.
Overwhelmed and humiliated in that moment, which is totally understandable. The wedding did not need to be annulled because the vows were never completed, and I don't know if they eloped privately afterwards or what happened. I actually haven't spoken to my sister since the event. I just know she needs time to cool off and process, so I'm not too worried about it. The reception actually did continue after this happened because my family spent over $80,000.
Now, everyone at that reception was just like there for the tea, like, this is their cup, and like,
nice.
Dude, like, come on, man. Like, even hide your stuff, like, not in public, but like, this tea was good. Like, everyone was just gossiping at that reception. There's no logical thing to talk about except that drama
On the wedding, so they were like, okay, well, we're gonna party either way. But my grandfather came up to me privately and was kind of like, hey, Louisa, I think you should sit this one out, and I was quite happy to do so because it was humiliating for me too.
I watched as the groom called his soon-to-be wife by the wrong name at a wedding I was invited to be a +1 at. And
what is wrong with men? I know they are defective, but like, come on, it's your wedding.
Come on, man.
the name and identity of this person who was in attendance at the wedding was so shocking and such a revelation that the wedding did not end up happening. Okay, I'm a +1 at a wedding, and when you're invited to a wedding, you don't care what happens. So, I mean, this story probably ruined a few lives, but it's so interesting, I need to tell it. I'm there to have a good time, you know? I don't know these people too well. I'm there to drink, dance, have fun, have a good night, whatever. I get there and I sit in the back 2 rows, and I know a few other people who are at this wedding, even though I don't really know the bride and the groom. They're giving me a crash course on the couple. How long they've known each other, like their whole relationship history. They've been together 8 years, high school sweethearts, the whole 9 yards. It's a beautiful outdoor venue. These people are rich. These people are loaded, okay? Bride and groom come down, they're talking, there's some laughs, there's some tears. Everything's going beautifully until they start sharing their vows. And the groom, instead of calling, okay, do I say their names? Okay, her name is Danielle. Instead of saying Danielle, he says Blake. And this Blake got a gasp. You know, when I'm at a wedding and somebody says the wrong name, it doesn't ever happen. But if it did, I think you might be like you might laugh for a second. He's nervous, who knows? But the name Blake clearly pierced the hearts of a lot of people in attendance.
Because?
And the bride is shocked. And the groomsmen are shocked. And the bridesmaids are all looking over at the groomsmen. And the groomsmen are looking at the bridesmaids. And everyone's looking around. And the bride just loses it. I knew it, this and that.
Well, you know what? There's one way to confirm you're cheating, but like, okay, it's good that it happened before the wedding, but like in front of everyone, come on, you could just sit down and say, you know what, I'm cheating.
The other going off on him, like, how dare you? I can't believe I went through with this and all that. And everyone's just shocked. There's murmurs in the crowd. Her family, her parents are standing up. The other people's families are standing up. 2 people, like in the back left section, are standing up, and they're like all talking. And that is when one of the people on the stage runs off. And it's not the bride or the groom.
It's Blake.
It's one of the groomsmen. Blake is one of the groomsmen.
Oh God, it just gets worse. Actually, I thought he was talking about the first story, but like, bro was in love with his friend because he has to be his friend to be in the bridal party. But like, and the worst part is that he said, dude. So the wife, the fiance, the ex, whatever she has been saying, everyone's gonna look at her like, you're crazy. It's like, dude, he's not gay, but like, because he was marrying a woman. And she must have looked crazy in so many people's eyes because they would have said they are just friends.
Who runs off of that wedding venue stage quicker than I've ever seen anybody run. He might have beat Usain Bolt in a race. He ran that fast. And this was just...
I know.
Blake and him, childhood best friends, have lived their whole lives together. And he says Blake instead of his wife's name. And now, I don't really know too much of the details because I just know things that people have told me. But I do know that there was no reception, there was no dancing, there was no fun that night. I know that Blake ran off, the wedding didn't go through, and the groom went and checked on Blake.
Oh my gosh, I just keep getting daggers to my heart. The groom left his should have been bride, who was bawling her eyes out in all the humiliation and everything, and he runs after the true love of his life, Blake, and it's like, are you okay? Well, it saved them some attorney fees in the divorce, so like that was good. Plus they already spent the money, they should have had a party. And to even top it all, not ignoring the bride's feelings, because it's hurt for now, but it has saved her for the future because they would have probably still continued their love even when she was married. So, to be fair, life is too short. Blake should have just stood there and taken her place, and they should have continued.
Clearly, she felt like second fiddle in that relationship to him and his best friend, but bros will be bros.
I literally had my best friend's wedding dress, and the kids have got to it. I wouldn't say it's that noticeable.
See, I personally don't think it's that bad. It's not all about the dress. Well, maybe it is, but...
Hi. You okay? I thought I'd just give you a quick ring. Ran into a bit of an issue. So obviously I was outside and I've just come in to my room and noticed there was just a little bit of nail varnish on the dress that the kids have got to.
What, on your bridesmaid's dress?
No, it was on the dress your wedding dress that you left here.
What? My actual wedding dress?
Yeah, it's not that bad. I've tried to get a little bit of it off, but...
What do you mean you've tried to get a little bit of it off? How have you tried to get a little bit of it off?
Well, I tried it on.
You tried my dress on?
Yeah. I didn't think you'd mind. I just thought I'd see what it looked.
Wait, she hesitated to say I tried it on, and then she's like, in the very breath, she says, I didn't think you'd mind.
Looks like when it's on.
I think you need to be a bit more direct. Be a bit more straight with me. You're missing points here.
Right, so
how has nail varnish got on my dress that was covered up in a zip-up bag? You know I'm getting married tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. You can't notice it that bad. I've got it on now. You can't really tell underneath. It's just...
So you sat in my wedding dress that's got nail varnish on the phone to me, and it's my wedding tomorrow.
Yeah, but it's honestly, it's really not that noticeable. I really don't think it's that much of an issue. I think you're a little bit over-exaggerated.
Well, I don't think it would be because you're not getting married, are you?
Have you guys seen that viral video of the wedding vow renewal party? The one where everyone's got their cameras out and the wife is asking her husband not to smash the cake in her face. She reminds him that they talked about it already. She does not want cake in her face. He is still motioning and he's like, no, I'm not going to do it. But then he does it and she gets upset. He thinks she's overreacting. She's like, everybody's here with their cameras out filming and you're doing the one thing I asked you not to do. And he's like, well, I did it during our wedding. And she was like, I was mad then too. My favorite part.
How have they been together for so long? How many years did they renew vows for? Like, can you please not do this? And then he does it. Can you please not do this? And then he does it. Like,
is when the best friend in the pink dress steps up and then smashes the cake in the husband's face and is like, did you like it when I did it to you? That's when he's like, wow, you're taking it way too far. Who even invited you anyway? And she's like, I'm her best friend. Of course I'm here.
Ugh.
But now you know how it feels. The wife steps in, hands back the ring to the loser husband. He drops it on the ground. The best friend picks it up and goes, don't touch it, I'm going to sell it. And then they both storm out together. That shows he doesn't respect her boundaries. He doesn't care at all. He just does what he wants. And I'm sure their entire relationship was like that. The entire relationship. Men who go out of their way to disrespect you on your special day do not respect you at all. In 2024, can we stop ignoring major red flags, please? Please.
That girl was married to a walking red flag, like a red billboard, and she was renewing vows with him. It was just a good time for the divorce.
How people snuck into our wedding and ate $700 worth of dinner. First off, we did have security there for reasons like this, / just if people tried to come who weren't invited, and we paid him $1,000 to basically do absolutely nothing. I gave them a full guest list of everybody that was going to be there, and I told them to mark off names, and obviously that never happened. So the ceremony happens, cocktail hour happens, and now we're going to the reception after all of our bridal party and Ryan and I's entrance, and they're starting to serve Ryan and I's food. So we go and we sit down, and I look up and I see these two girls walking towards a table of 2 empty seats, and basically along the lines of asking the people at that table if anybody's sitting there. So when I saw them, I tapped Ryan. I was like, we don't know those girls. I was like, I know for a fact that we've never seen them before. Why are they here? He basically just told me it's not a big deal. Maybe somebody just brought +1s and felt bad about asking. Just let's not make it a big deal. So I was like, okay, whatever. I just want to enjoy my freaking meal. By the way, we had steak and lobster tail. We decided to upgrade the dinner because we wanted to have a really nice dinner that was really yummy. And so with that upgrade, it was $350 per plate, which was fine for everybody who was actually invited. So anyways, we eat, they eat, and about an hour and a half goes by, and actually a family member ended up coming up to Ryan and I and basically telling us that they watch us and that they've been basically watching every single thing that we've been doing for the past week and knew everybody that was at our batch week trip. The reason why I know that they didn't cross off any of the names off the guest list is because those 2 girls used 2 names that they knew were going to be at the wedding that were on our batch trip. So used 2 fake names, came in, really, ate dinner, sat down, like they were fully dressed up in dress and heels and everything. As soon as Ryan found out, he had to go get the security and go get them escorted out. Then I go change into my second look. I'm waiting for my entrance song to come on, and I see the security guard walking the 2 girls out, and she tries to stop and explain herself to me. Whenever I was like, I'm not dealing with this, but you know what you did was weird. And my maid of honor was standing next to me, and she just had a conversation with her. And the craziest part is the fact that Ryan and I actually knew who she was, and she went and blocked the both of us on Instagram so we couldn't message her afterwards. We had 2 more groups after that get in, and Ryan actually had to go tell the security guard to escort them out.
What was security doing there? Why did you pay him?
Like, what are you even here for? But hey, at least they enjoyed themselves some steak and lobster, because that shit was
Nice.
And it was on her bill. That's not okay. That is not okay. But those were some crazy wedding stories, and I'll see you guys in the next video.